it's the anime here, and today we're going to be starting a new What If series. What if Deku had the Death Note? So yeah, with that, hit that shit. Bitches lost souls up, and I know it. Fucking with the old ones, you won't get fucked over. Ferraris and Rovers, these old lunchy souls up. And I'm with that Cobra, now that what's left over. They do it all for souls, so you wasn't making no noise. The story begins when Deku is only 3 years old, and it seems his quirk has manifested, and his quirk is just to have red eyes, and also to see the names of people. Now, this quirk doesn't really have any use, and kind of demolishes Deku's dream of being a hero. But as Deku would soon find out, this quirk was no normal quirk, or even a quirk at all, if you could tell it that. Because as the years gone by, he started to notice something else that he could see with his red eyes. That was these numbers above people's heads. He didn't know exactly what they meant, but as he told his mother and they went back to the doctor concluded that it very much possibly could be people's lifespans. And now the doctor also noted to Izuku's mother that this could take a very heavy mental toll on Izuku's mind, knowing when people die. And this is very simple. If you know when people die, you won't ever be afraid to lose them until then, but at the same time, you'll be counting down every moment with them, leaving a huge mental scar on Izuku's mind. And that it did, knowing when his mom was gonna die, knowing when his friends were gonna die. All of this took a heavy mental scar on him, leaving him almost numb to any sort of emotional pain, accepting almost anything, even bullying from Bakugo for having such a useless quirk. He just took it because the pain from knowing when anyone would die just was almost too much for him, but he stuck through it. And now we fast forward to, well, when he's almost out of middle school. Bakugo just got done bullying him, and well, he threw his hero notebook out the window, and Izuku went to go grab it. But when he went to go grab it, he noticed that something has changed about it. It was black and had a different title on the front of it. This title was DeathNote, and he picked it up thinking that it was some kind of practical joke. And as he turned the pages of his notebook, he noticed that it was almost a completely different notebook. Now, at first he thought of just putting it back and just thinking that someone took his hero notebook and walking home, but then he noticed rules of the notebook that whoever name you write in this notebook shall die. And he kind of freaks out a little bit. Even though he's so emotionally numb, this comes out a surprise. Still thinking it's a practical joke, but being interested to see. He takes the notebook home. But as he's walking home, he comes into an encounter with a slime villain. And the slime villain's like, a useless body for me to take over. I guess I'll take it. And he begins to take over Izuku's body. So he's beginning to suffocate him until the slime villain just falls, seemingly dies, transforming back into its human form.
and just laying there dead. And as Izuku looks up, he sees a monstrous creature staring back at him, saying, "Hey, I'm Ryuk." And Izuku freaks out once again, like, who are you? It's like, "I'm a Shinigami." And as Izuku's trying to process everything, Ryuk says once again, "That's my notebook you got there, kid." And he's like, and Izuku responds like, what kind of quirk do you have? And it's like, and Ryuk responds to, "What quirk? I'm a Shinigami, death god. That's my notebook." Izuku responds, would you like it back? And Ryuk says, "No, it's yours now. I dropped it to see what would happen, and it ended up in your hands. What will you do with it, eh?" And Izuku says, I don't know. I guess I'll just bring it home and maybe not use it." And Ryuk says, "Okay, at least I'll get to explore the human world. By the way, you guys got any apples?" And Izuku says, "Yeah, I got some apples at home, why?" Ryuk says, "Good." And they walk home, and Izuku doesn't say anything to his mother, and he actually believes that this notebook can kill people because he sees almost the living proof right in front of him as Ryuk, a Shinigami. Now, he may not actually completely believe the Shinigami part, but he does believe in the fact that this notebook can kill people. And as they get into the room a little bit more, into Izuku's room, Ryuk begins to talk to Izuku a little bit more about why he has this notebook. Why did it come into possession with Izuku? And, well, Ryuk explains, "Well, kid, I'm gonna tell you something. Those eyes you got there, those no normal eyes. Those are Shinigami eyes. Normally, you gotta shave off half your lifespan and give it to a Shinigami to acquire them. But you got him for free, somehow, some way. I'm still unsure of it, but I'm gonna find out. And don't worry, you get to keep him and your life. I just need to find out how in the world you got him. It's an order from the Death King. But I decided to give you the notebook just to see what you do with it." And Izuku responds, What, these eyes are Shinigami eyes?" As Izuku's still a little shell-shocked from meeting a Shinigami, even though he still doesn't believe it, but now he's beginning to believe it a little bit more. And Ryuk explains, "Yup, and ain't nothing I could do. So, do what you wish with that notebook. Just don't get caught." And Izuku says, "Okay, Ryuk, okay." And Ryuk explains one last rule to Izuku. "By the way, if you're ever about to die, I'm gonna be the one to write your name in the notebook." And Izuku responds, if I ever die?" And he responds, "Yep, that's the rules." And then Izuku grabs a notebook and begins writing these rules in this notebook. And Ryuk stops him. You like to write, kid? Nice, but I already wrote down the rules in the notebook." And then Izuku just looks through all the pages of the notebook and realizes that all the rules are already written down. All of them are already there for him to use. And Izuku says, "Okay, I'll keep this just in case I ever need to use it, but I'll try not to." And Ryuk laughs a little bit. "Good, kid, good." And that's where I'm leaving this episode off. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, or not, you have your own free will. And yeah, with that, ZAnime signing off.